that team last year, I said, better than our Super Bowl team. And I don't always think winning the championship is the best barometer, like who the best team. And I'm not saying the Chiefs weren't better than y'all. They're a great team. Y'all were a great team. It was one of the best Super Bowls I ever saw. But I do think this team was better than our team. Would you agree?
No, because we didn't win a world championship.
Come on, you're doing.
And I think at the end of the day, it's like fingers on your hand. It's like though, you know what? Everyone says they don't have a favorite kid. Everyone loves their kids the same, but everyone has kids they like.
That's fucked up. Right? Who's your favorite kid?
I can't tell you. But I think so. It's the same with teams, you know. And I remember Fletch got asked in the divisional round.
I remember.
And he's like 17 teams better.
He's smart. He did it because he didn't want to create.
Yeah.
You know,
he didn't want and the expectations. Yeah. And so I think it's like you know what stinks, and it's funny because I was thinking about this because of basketball playoffs, like one game.
Yeah.
Right? Like you get a 7-game series, and I mean you can obviously in the NFL, but it's like one game, one thing happens, changes the whole game, right? Yeah. Changes your life. And I feel like that team, the effort, the camaraderie of that team, it was unbelievable. But 17-2 was like that. You know, you think about that, it was like a special. I remember we were like talking after the year, and it's just like we were talking about players and going, well, this guy was unbelievable all year. Well, it wasn't hard when you win freaking 17 games.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
We won 17 games,
exactly.
Right? And I think that like we did in 17, we probably had a little bit more adversity than this team did.
For sure, yeah.
Going that LA week, I think that was adversity. And then coming off that, you know, we had the Giant game, which we played well. And
Atlanta was no walk in the park.
No.
You know, it was like the offense was figuring it out, and by the time they figured it out, thank God they did, because we needed 41 points to win the Super Bowl. So
and hitting that field goal like that, I think about it, we probably had 20 plays that each had to go the right way to win a world championship. And I almost feel like the opposite last year. Like there were probably 15 plays, if one goes the opposite way, we're world champs. Yeah. And like I'm thinking
they didn't
about
land the way. Yeah.
The Torrey catch at the end of the second quarter.
The flea flicker, the whole thing. Yeah, we got a bunch of breaks, and we made our breaks too. But, you know, and I was going to ask you, like, there's not much. I know some people are like, we didn't win a world championship. That's what you're saying. That's fine, Howie. But you should, like, are you changing anything because you didn't win that world championship, the way you approach doing your job? Because the pieces are all there. Just the chips didn't fall right.
No, I think the formula for us, I'm not saying for everyone, for us works, you know, and that's the O-line. You're going to look at the O-line, and the O-line's always going to be good. You can look at the D-line. D-line's always going to be good. The quarterback play is going to be good. Yeah. And hopefully we'll have a bunch of skilled guys who can make big plays. Hopefully we'll have a bunch of guys in the back end who can get us the ball back. And so I think it's like anytime you try to get away from what works, I think you're trying to reinventing a formula. And sometimes you got to get ahead of it a little bit. Like you got to figure out the next trends. Like, so you're kind of always trying to go, well, what's next so I could be at the forefront? I think anytime it's like this is what I say, and I don't want to be insulting to anyone, but I think like when you're trying to copy the team that just won, you're too late.
Yeah. Listen to the full podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast streaming platforms. Wherever you want to get the podcast, you can get the podcast. Pretty simple. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Podcasts get pretty wild. This is real tame.